Yes, people, welcome back to another episode on that Gunners Talk, and we're here again to talk about a massive game, but a game that has major importance for Arsenal as we look to continue our winning ways at home, and we look to beat Southampton and put a returning player to the sword. Alongside here with me, I have KP. KP, how are you feeling, boy?
I'm feeling very good, feeling very good
Definitely.
going to the game tomorrow. So I'm
Massive,
excited
massive.
about that. But yeah,
It's going to be a good game to go to. Hopefully, you see a lot of goals. Hopefully, you see some fresh faces. All of that and more we will touch on. But like I said, people, as they're coming in, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Show us some love, show us some support to both of our channels. Like I said, both of us are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Um, Firstly, KP, we just coming off the back of beating PSG. We asked the question in our last live together: are we becoming the best team in Europe? So going up against a team that's almost bottom of the league that everyone expects to be out and relegated into the championship next year, should be an easy 3 points, right?
yeah, I think with all due respect to Southampton, and obviously shout out to Aaron Ramsdale, which I'm pretty sure we'll get into. I think when you face a team that's just got newly promoted at your home ground, you should be handling your business. So I hope, not I hope, I expect us to make comfortable nature of this game. What about yourself?
I think the same, to be honest. We see Southampton are a team in the Premier League so far that has come up and they're not looking to change their style of play. They're looking to stick to their philosophy. I don't like believing in this philosophy thing when it comes to certain managers. One of my biggest pet peeves in football right now. Every single manager, regardless of the teams, feel like they need to play free flowing, attacking football. It's cool. Everybody want to be the next Pep Guardiola, but understand your limitations. Understand it's still a results business at the end of the day. But at the same time, that's what Southampton are doing. And I think if they try to play like that against Arsenal, it would be a really good game. But I think Arsenal should put them to the sword with the spaces that they leave in behind with the attack that I think will play. But nonetheless, KP, going into this game, I have Raya and Ramsey. We're gonna touch on Raya and Ramsey a little bit later. But any names you throw in the hat for potentially starting? I know we're also gonna touch on the starting lineup as well. So what do you think about any outside shouts for starters?
I think Ethan has a chance to start.
Okay.
Sterling has a chance to start. Um, Depending on the right back situation, because Mikel said both Timber and White have like a late fitness test, and that means maybe one of them might play. But if they both don't play, someone else is gonna have to fill in at right back, and then that what does that
Allegedly,
mean?
they might be in contention. They might be in
Yeah,
contention as well as Tomiyasu
then
in. That's three apparent right backs. You never know.
yeah, so it's Tomiyasu gonna play, and then yeah, Jesus maybe. There's a few players that could be in contention. I just have a Mikel might just go the same lineup. I don't know.
I was just about to say, it sounds like you. It sounds like I know you, KP. We've had enough talks about Arsenal. When you believe something, you come with the energy. You back it. You believe it. You said those players' names like
Because
maybe.
it's like I'm looking at it like if it's down to me, I'm putting I'll just be out, but I'm putting Sterling, Ethan, um, even Miles. Like I would even do it.
Yeah,
I would do it.
I think
But,
Miles would
but I
deserve a
just
game
know
as well.
Mikel game before international break. We've
Mhm.
had like what's this like 3 or 4 days rest now. I just don't. I mean, and we had a home game, and it's not like we're traveling. I just don't see Mikel. I think he would rather do the try kill the game early and then rotate than rotate. Not that he shouldn't rotate. It's just I'm just looking at it. I just feel like that's the case.
Nah, I agree with you. I think that would be the case. If it was up to me as well, I'd probably start the similar names like you said. I think Sterling still, we see him perform against Bolton. We see him in a few cameos across this season. Didn't really get to show it from the start in any games really other than the Bolton game. Because the opportunity really hasn't come over the difficult fixture period we had. You see one year he never got his start yet, hasn't got his start yet. Lewis Skelly, same thing. And these are players that have been on the fringe that have been playing well. So for me, I would bring them in just to see what they look like. I mean, it's relegation. It's a team that's going to be down there for a relegation. There's no better opportunity than bringing in these players to see what they really do. Because if they don't perform against these type of opposition, then you kind of know where you're standing. And I think find that out early, find out what you have in the bank. So when those crucial games come at the back end of next year, we really know what we're working with. But
Yeah. Should we
KP,
even get into
let's
building our lineup then
yeah.
to think it figuring out? Um, wh- wh- it's just like yeah, I agree with you. I feel like it's if there's not if this is not the type of game he's gonna rotate, then what game would he? But I just at the same time I can understand if he won't rotate because it's like, do you really need to?
Yeah,
When at the end of the day, um, at the end of the day, it's like, mm, it's only one game into they have an international break.
yeah,
It's
it's
a
true.
game can just easily secure the point. So it's like, do you need to like force it? But I don't know.
I think what I will say, I think it will be a mixture of both. I think Mikel is also a man that has shown that if you deserve it, he will give you the minutes. So I think even though we're talking about he will go strong, he has shown a tendency to go strong. I think we will also be surprised with a few changes in the lineup as well. But hey man, both of our predictions have been really close with the lineup, so it's gonna be very interesting to see what Mikel ends up going with, honestly.
Yeah. So cool. Let's start from the keeper. Obviously, I know it's probably
Yeah, we don't
like
even need to talk about this.
the dispute on this.
What I do want to touch on in terms of Raya though, he is named for he is well, in nomination for Arsenal's Player of the Month, along with Gabriel Saliba and Bukayo Saka. Out of those four names, who is the Player of the Month for you? For the month of September, you can't really go wrong with with any of those names. Honestly, thrown in the hat. Gabriel has
I
scored 4 goals, clean sheets. So is Saliba.
I'll give it
Saka.
to Gabriel.
Mhm.
I think Saka's been our best player. I think
Yeah,
Raya, especially in the Atalanta game, was was excellent. Saka's played and probably started in every single game,
mhm.
including the Carabao Cup game. So uh yeah, I'm gonna give it to Gabriel. What about you?
I I was probably stuck on this one for like 30 minutes in my head deciding because I'm thinking, do you give it to Raya? But Raya has conceded a lot of goals and compared to not a lot, you say a lot of goals. Raya has conceded some goals. Same thing with the defense. Bukayo Saka tying the record, matching Henri. That's also not a show to be. That's also something not to sniff at. But seeing that, I think Raya should have won it for August. Do they repay it and give it to him for September? This is why I really posed the question: do you give it back to Raya? I think I think it might go to Gabriel. I think the goal he scored is a massive goal, and some of the performances he's had through the month of September have been absolutely outstanding. As a leader, aggressive leader, I heard Rudiger come out and saying that he's a big aggressive leader, and I think that's a credit to the defense we've been building him and Saliba. But I think it will have to go to Gabriel. I have to agree with you.
Cool. So right back, do you think Timber or Ben White will be fit, or if not, who do we play right back?
I think Timber might go right back.
You
Just
think
for the
Timber
mere
will make
fact,
it?
like you said, I think Timber brings a lot to this team going forward, and I think it's a real good chance against Southampton opposition that is looking to play forward. If Timber is fit, I'm saying this. If Timber is fit, I think there's nobody in this position right now playing better than Timber. Honestly, going forward and defending, he's been probably one of our most consistent players at that position. He's looked good in every single game I've seen him play and been one of the top outstanding performers. And like I said, I'm someone that's big on if you're playing good in the shirt and you're playing good in the side, no need to drop you. So Timber back in again. I'd have him
If
again.
if he isn't fit and Ben White isn't fit, who do you play right back?
Um, Tomiyasu probably wouldn't be fit either, knowing his history. Um, Potentially we've seen Partey go right back, so Mikel might probably revert go to Partey right back. I seen him. I hated it when he did it for the first time against Forest in the 22-23 season. I hated it, but again, we've seen a development in this side, so I'm willing to give it another chance. And it's also against Southampton, so it shouldn't be too detrimental to us. So I guess if push comes to shove, it might see Partey right back. Honestly,
Okay, cool. So centre backs, I'm assuming obviously Saliba, Gabriel,
yeah,
and
yeah,
who's
no
gonna
changing
be
there.
left back? What
If
left
he's
back?
fit again, it
Calafiori?
will have to be Calafiori. To be honest, again, like I said, if you're playing good in the shirt and performing on your day, then how can you lose your place in your team? Who would you go with? You would go Calafiori as well?
Yeah, I'll go with the same lineup still so far.
Wow,
I've no
okay.
arguments at all. So centre midfield, at the
Yeah,
base.
before we move on to center midfield, no shout for Lewis Skelly in there potentially. Maybe Miles coming into the team, show us some
And
quality.
as I said, I would make a lot changes, but I just have a feeling inside my body that I know Mikel is not going to make those changes for this game. So I'm trying to go
I
with what
agree.
I feel Mikel will probably go with.
I agree.
And
I agree. I agree. Center midfield.
I would
Well,
love to rotate. I would love to rotate, and I don't think the level will drop if you rotated. So, but let's see. So yeah, at the base, what are you thinking? Do you go the same midfield? Do you bring in Marino? Do
no,
you
listen, no. This depends a lot on if Timber is fit. Because if Timber is not fit, you probably see Partey right back, and that changes the whole dynamic of the midfield.
let's assume Timber is fit.
Assume Timber is fit. I think Partey starts at the base. Honestly, to be honest, I think he's been one of again our most consistent players in there. Probably had what one bad performance, and that was probably the Atalanta game. But other than that, has not put a single foot wrong for this Arsenal team across the whole season. I thought he was good against Villa. He was good against City. He was good against PSG. Really, really good and composed on the ball. Really good at splitting the lines. Really, really his legs have came back out of nowhere. To be honest, I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah,
Knock on wood. But he looks really, really good in that in the base of midfield again. And we're looking like he's rolling back the years. So all credit to Thomas Partey and long may it continue for both of us.
for sure, man. For sure, I agree. I think that PSG game was excellent.
Hmm.
Probably his best game in a long time. Both sides of the ball. So if he continues, obviously that's a great player for Arsenal. So hey, long may it continue. So either
No,
side of him, are you going with the same two?
just
In
just for the sake of it, I want to throw an outlier in there. I'll put Rice and Wanyeri. I want to see Wanyeri get minutes from the start, and I think against Southampton, a team that yes is going to be a bit hard. Yes, he's playing against grown men as well, but again, there's no better game to rotate than against Southampton at home. But we've seen what they did to us when Ramsdale was here as a goalkeeper. So it's still like I said, and we have some bad results against them before 1-1 draws all the time. Like we've had slippy results against them, but Wanyeri, I think if he plays, I don't think he would be the reason as to I would hope not. He's not the reason as to why we lose the game or to drop points in any sort of way. I think when you saw him come off the bench the other day, I thought his cameo was really, really impressive. And it's something Arsenal fans have been raving for. Someone that could get the ball, look forward, and drive out the defense, play that cutting pass when we don't have a player like Martin Odegaard. And I think now is the game we could really hopefully see it. So I'd go 1 year from the start, honestly.
yeah, I agree as well. I think Ethan will bring some type of magic, especially at the Emirates Stadium, knowing
Mm-hmm.
that he's got his first start in the Premier League as well. I think he'll
No
fit
doubt
that
about it.
effortlessly, especially in this new system that Mikel's developed recently. So yeah, let's see. Okay, so the front three. Are you making any changes to the this front three that's been starting the last couple of games, or are you gonna go the same front three?
I think on the right, I'd go Sterling.
Oh,
On the
okay.
left, I'd go Martinelli. Up front, I'd go Havertz. Now, I say this because I think Sterling, since the Bolton game, he played well, got a goal and an assist, didn't really get his chance to come back into the team to show his quality. I think if we can get Sterling going and we can get that confidence building in the player and really get that, he has an X factor that, again, that can be very, very useful to this team in the long run. Same thing with Martinelli, which is why I'd start Martinelli in this game because I think again, it's opposition that we should be beating up on against. And if we can unlock Martinelli, get him in a run of scoring goals, get him to see the ball going into the back of the net, two back-to-back games, no, it's gonna make him think, well, okay, no, let's really start cracking on. Let's really start cracking on. Let him buckle down, settle in, and let's just see if potentially we have something there again. I think, like I said, those two on the wings have pace to open up the spaces that Southampton will leave in behind, get down the channels, put crosses into the box for Kai Havertz, for Declan Rice, who's going to be crashing the box as well. And let's
Yeah,
really overload Southampton and let's really score some goals.
yeah, man. I do agree. Like, yeah, I'm not mad at this team at all. Like, Saka's probably gonna get some games in the international break, so
Mhm.
maybe bringing him off the bench as well would be nice. Although I know Mikel is probably gonna start Saka and Sterling's probably
Yeah,
gonna start.
I think he will start. I think Saka might
Out.
captain again.
Yeah, and I'll be so proud. I'm happy to see him wearing that armband because
1000%.
there's any player that deserves to lead Arsenal from. Remember when I was coming across that tweet when he put like Arsenal fans you deserve more. That was almost 4 years ago, and seeing it now, so it's just a proud moment. But yeah, I like this lineup. I would go with this lineup as well. I would be excited to see how this would perform as well on Saturday if it does start.
Mhm. If you're
Okay,
confident
so
in the lineup, what do you? I know I
sport.
led with your predictions for the team. No, I want to hear your score predictions first, KP. You're going to the game. You should be carrying that energy and that enthusiasm into the game. Let the fans know at home what you expecting for this game. Going back to the Emirates against Southampton, Ramsdale in goal. How many you want to slap past Ramsdale? I know how many I want to slap past him.
I think it's gonna be six now. There you go. You said Chelsea. You don't come with that surprise because I think it's gonna be one of those games where we're gonna open it up early, and it's gonna
Six
be
nil KP.
crazy. I think last week should have been a 6-7-0 game. I think we're gonna play similar type of football, similar type of fluidity and chance creation, and with the fact that Southampton always seem to try to play out the back, and they make a lot of mistakes and conceded a lot of goals trying to play out the back and force it into areas where they're just giving easy 1v1s. I think we're gonna win 6-0. What about you?
I mean, before I even give my prediction, I just want to pose devil's advocate for you for the sake of the conversation. Well, we've seen so far this season Arsenal drop points to Brighton at home. We've seen Leicester cause us a scare. Back in the last season, we saw Villa take some points off of us at home. Our form can be up and down away from home. So there's that. So Southampton potentially coming to play football if we give them a chance. We've seen what Leicester could do. All it takes is two worldies and some luck, and you're down 1-0, 2-0. You never know.
I agree with you, and obviously that's football, isn't it? Like, so I'm not saying it with 100% certainty, maybe 99.9% certainty, but like I think the game's gonna go in a way that Arsenal gonna create a lot of chances. We're gonna dominate the ball. We're gonna be a lot fluid, a lot more fluid as we have been, and I think that just promotes us to create a lot of chances. Obviously, I do expect Ramsdale to probably have a good game, make a lot of good saves, but I just think the magnitude of chances we'll create and the fact that it's one of those games where this is where you should be trying to aim to score some goals,
Yes, and go
make a
different.
marker. Let's
Yeah.
set a nice precedent going into the international break so the Arsenal fans can, reference a nice day. And then, yeah, that's what I think. So what's your predictions?
My score prediction, I predict 3-0. I do think it would be I do think we're gonna score two goals early in the first half. No, I think all right, let me not say early in the first half. I think we're gonna score two goals in the first half. And I think what you're gonna see is a more of a measured performance from there on out. Not saying we're gonna fall off or Southampton's gonna dominate the ball, but I think Mikel is comfortable with the team doing that to conserve energy, to just let the game pass by. And I think it's something we've been seeing game management, Arsenal taking that game management side to it, whether whichever the opposition may be. Because even against Leicester, we saw at some points the tempo did drop compared to the first half. So I think first half we will come out guns blazing. We might put two or three past them. And then I think second half we might kind of tail off, conserve energy. Like I said, going into international break, certain players might be going, especially if he does go strong, especially if he does have the likes of Saka, Rice, other players in there, Gabby Saliba, who will be going on international break. They kind of might take the foot off the gas a little bit once they have a 2-3 nil lead on Southampton. I would love it for it to be six. My prediction is gonna go three. But hopefully you're right on this one because I missed the 6 nils, man. I missed the week where we went 5-0, 6-0, 5-0. I missed
Yeah, that
those days.
that early 2024 run was crazy, man. It's crazy, but I think it might be one of those games. I won't be surprised if it was. So let's see, though. But I would definitely let you know when I'm at the game as well what players look good.
One
Hopefully, it's
thousand
not too
percent.
cold. But
Let us all know. But I do want to touch on one thing before we get out of here. Raya and Ramsey. No, last season there was a big debate once we brought in Raya, and everyone was talking about Raya, not him and Ramsdale being the same level. And even on FTV, I heard Cecil say that he doesn't even see much of a difference for a long period of time. Even at the start of this season, he was saying that he didn't see a difference between the two goalkeepers. I think me and you are both of the same opinion that we did see the difference and we do see the difference and it's glaring. But like I said, players Ramsdale has a point to prove. He's looking to potentially stand on his head. What are you expecting? I know you said 6-0, but can that also be a spanner in the works? Aaron Ramsdale put another masterclass. We've seen what the Leicester goalkeeper did last week.
yeah, 100%. And I do think he's gonna probably have a game where he does pull out a lot of saves. In my opinion, um, I don't. It's difficult for Ramsdale, but end of the day, Raya is the better goalkeeper, and it ended up being better for Arsenal. But I think tomorrow's game, he'll probably have a good game, get a good reception. But I think Arsenal will be a bit more ruthless than they was in that Leicester game, where the moments were on top creating chances. We're gonna probably take those chances, and yeah, I think like if we're able to get 2 or 3 goal lead, then I think then it becomes a game where you can get that 5 or 6. You never know.
I hopefully 1 year he's one of the scorers again. Begging for him to get his first Premier League goal. Lewis as well, Lewis Kelly as well, and Sterling as well. I want to see some of these players coming off the bench showcase their quality and really put Southampton to the sword. I really want to see us go out there, be clinical, be a real sharp side, and go into the international break, leaving because again, international break is going to be the last game, and it's going to sit on people's minds for the next 2 weeks. Let it sit on the opposition's mind that we just put six past opposition. Don't It's Premier League opposition regardless. You beat PSG, make a marker in Europe, and you slap a team going into international break. That would be a beautiful, beautiful send off to then come back into which will be a difficult fixture list where we have Liverpool to play. I think we have Southampton to play as well. So it's going to be real. Not Southampton, Chelsea, I should say. No, same thing. Both of them are pretty shit. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing. But nonetheless, KP, any remarks before we close out?
Um, yeah, man. I just want us to just handle business
Mhm.
now, and then we go into the 2 weeks and then come back for a tough running, but an excitable running. That's what I say because it will be a good reflection for the first part of the season. In terms of we've had some injuries. Zinchenko, Odegaard been missing since the international break, and we haven't lost a game. We've only conceded those 2 goals against Leicester, and obviously the goal against City, and we've had some good results. So, yeah, I'm excited and I'm looking
Yep,
forward.
definitely excited. Looking forward to a massive game and some international break and then coming back after international break. But yes, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Both of our channels. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Both of us, we go live here. Looking to be every Monday and Wednesdays, but sometimes we can do spontaneous lives to preview the games before the match. So you can always look out for us on any of our channels. Like I
Yep,
said,
yep, yep.
hit the like button if you're on KP's channel. Hit the like button if you're on Gunner Street. Like I said, who in the comment section down below, who do you think will start for Arsenal? Who are your goal scorers and what are your predictions for this massive game at the Emirates? KP, I know you will be there. Hope it's 6-0 for your sake. It will be a great day out for you.
Yeah.
Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Peace.